So in this way, with the pure intention and devotion, then carry on the practices. So in general, of course, you might know that Guru Padmasambava is the condensed nature of all the past, present, future Buddhas.
Tata Zambolindi Tisu Sanje Koranji Jitis Tetu Wosung Tena Jitis Guru Rinpoche Shane Kon Duja Tira Papi Konsa Sanji Tila Konga
So even in the past, during the first three Buddhas, Khorvaji, Sirtup and Vesung, at that time also Guru Padmasambava came and depending upon each and every individual faculty and their level of mind, he taught with the secret MantraYana teachings.
Sonje kunyanga dene lo nyeke tani jidu ni pai jele ma shi mai tele ma ripa toshun tu sushi tu tambi tsunde baris.
So even during the ShAkyamuni Buddha's period of time, as the Buddha's teachings are there, but still Guru Padmasambava came after about 22 years later, when Guru Padmasambava, when the ShAkyamuni Buddha passed away, and then that without any causes and condition of parent, just born as a spontaneous rebirth to benefit all other sentient beings.
Then, Pearl Majidi Padu, no need tongue.
So after that, until Guru Padmasambava came to Tibet, till to that Guru Padmasambava has been in India and in many other places where he started benefiting all sentient beings almost like more than 2,000 years.
Sonje Demba, Sonje Shembili, Bella Sonje Demba, Dharma to Badi, Dedon, Penla Sobategi, the Senduris.
So even in Tibet, at that time, in the beginning, that there could not flourish the Buddhism in Tibet because it is more occupied by the Bombos and also by many negative or the devils.
Teacher something combo to do. Lar Tornete, Tenaji did the Sonje Temambo, per number de Yenao, Virgin, Latin de Duba the Perla Gabi, Virgin Lumbo Mambo, Tena with the Temba Dharma in the Zaran, but no Duaris.
So even during the King Songten Kampo, about the 5th century, and even earlier that during the Lato Turinyenzen, that although these Dharma kings, they started working to flourish the Dharma in Tibet, but still there are many obstacles, and especially there are many the negative ministers and also the Pombo ministers who don't wish to be, flourish in the Buddhism in Tibet. So then later on, King Trisung Deden's time, that although in the beginning he tried his best to bring Buddhism in Tibet, to carry through all these different levels of practice, but then there are many negative spirits and also many devil-minded ministers who just create lots of obstacles and could not really bring the Dharma in time. So then, based on the many lifetimes before, all those aspiration prayers that which assembled certain kind of causes and conditions through which then Guru Padmasambava came to Tibet, and through his great power and great realization on the mantric practices, according to that, all the 8 worldly gods and other many evil forces were just through his miraculous activity subdued them, and then he brought the Buddhism in Tibet. So then these 8 powerful worldly gods and many other just negative forces who had just been subdued by Guru Padmasambava, and then they were just become oath-bound to Guru Padmasambava, and then they become like a Dharma protector, and then Guru Padmasambava gave all this secret MantraYana teaching, and according to that, then there happened, they also received the Bodhisattva vows and all these practices, and then Buddhism flourished in Tibet. And then all the evil ministers that, however, they tried to challenge with the Guru Padmasambava, but still they could not really just do anything. And then slowly that flourished the Dharma in Tibet. So although at that time in India that Buddhism, the Buddha Dharma is just never been degenerated, it is in a kind of its complete stage, and then all this Dharma teaching brought to Tibet by many great these Panditas, scholars, and also the translators, and at the same time Guru Padmasambava brought many other secret MantraYana practices from non-human being place and Dakini lands and many other pure lands through which that it is all just stabilized and flourish in Tibet in a way that there happened the Dharma flourishing like the sunshine.
couldn't dare so much. The Nursembo Tantric Virgin Lambo, the Memorials about the Tonsari, in Cannible Tantric Suashani, and on the Simbi Unishani, that are years.
So after completing all his mission, like the Dharma activity in Tibet, then with the king and all his disciples and queens, they all together that did farewell to Guru Padmasambava as he just went to the Cannible land where he need to be there and to benefit all sentient beings. So it is not that Guru Padmasambava is just died, he is still alive in that Color Copper Mountain.
Maobani now, Jata Shamangumala, so the Sonji Tonta, it is Guru Mojala on Shani, Con Doja Represent on this on my chair on the watching the soon on the Shangi Shangri, Kunyang and Gaya.
Even in the future, during the Meitrya Buddha, the coming Buddha's time, and so forth, the rest of other, 1,000 Buddha, Guru Padmasambava will be manifested and will come and then still give all the secret MantraYana teaching, including the Dzogchen, the Great Perfection teaching. So in that way, Guru Padmasambava, of course, never just passes away in Nirvana.
Kadishana Guru Padmasambava Sigmarit, Tiro Titola Tendam, the Charan Dogres.
So during these manifestations of Guru Padmasambava, according to different times, then it is always not called as Guru Padmasambava. There are different names.
Jagana, lot on Tony, lot of the Guru Senjit number, Guru Padmasambava, Guru Dojitola, Guru Pemanjune, Guru Nima was the Guru Senjit number, the Shayama, Padmasambava, Tomba Sigmas.
And even in India, when Guru Padmasambava is just benefiting all sentient beings through his secret MantraYana teachings, then he has been manifested in many different forms, such as like Guru Tojutolu and Guru Nimaveser and Guru Pemanjune and so forth. There are about, as you know, there are 8 manifestations of Guru Padmasambava.
Tare Hin Dita Maiba, when the Karba Trumebane, Sanji Tembakara, Dana Deka, Guru Rinpoche, Reshane, did also Tembita, Chus, Setit, and other no Gimbajamato, Tarituka Chomba Maris. So, not only just this period of time that they are existing Guru Padmasambava, it is even just many millions years before. Whenever there are the Dharma flourishing, then there is the emanation or that the Guru Padmasambava himself just appears and then bring all this secret MantraYana teaching and in that way, constantly benefiting all sentient beings. Chira Sonje, Trukuchaja Jengi, Sanga de Chu, Nongamaris, Novano Dengamba, Terema, Songamaris. So, in general, that Buddha as a just a Nirmanakaya form usually does not really teach the secret MantraYana or the Vajrayana teachings. Mainly, only just give the Dharma teaching based on the 3 Pitakas, the Sutra, Abhidhamma, and then the Vinaya Sutras. Karetana Sente Dikavji Dujanonde, Sonam Notambaji Genesu Yeramato, Takimeris. So at that time, that those practitioners, that they could be just tamed with these 3 baskets. So it is not necessary with the secret MantraYana. So when the secret MantraYana, the Vajrayana or the Dzogchen teachings were taught by these Buddhas, mostly they are in the Sambhogaya form, that in many different ways and many different places, but not in the form of Nirmanakaya. Guru Rinpoche, do some sonji, Seva Tromeba Jigi, Songa the Chusumba, the Sonji Tanti Land, the Turka Vajaris.
So Guru Padmasambava just giving all this MantraYana or the secret MantraYana teaching is in a way the manifestation of all the Buddhas that to bring all these secret teachings. Even for example, the prayer, the 7-line prayer, as we chant like and so forth, that all the just Buddhas, they did this prayer, and because of that power and energy, that they are just appeared the Guru Padmasambava. So that is why the 7-line prayer itself is also very powerful and has lots of blessings. And just only by accumulating the 7-line prayer and supplicating to Guru Padmasambava, that one can liberate into pure lands.
Cities on the round and Zopol Nen, Nasakanga Chemboyana, cities on the round and Guru Rinpoche, Lord Tesano again, Lord Genesis, and Nelly Togres.
And even that in case one may have certain kind of sickness in our body, and if we just carry through the practice of 7-line prayer without any tiny bit of doubt and hesitation, doing that prayer, dedicating to Guru Padmasambava, of course, one can just cure all those sickness. And also just relating with the material wealth and finance and so forth, wishing for that, even one do the 7-line prayer and supplicate to Guru Padmasambava, one can fulfill one's wishes.
Shiva, Jeba, Wang, Trouble, Le Tamti, Guru Rinpoche, Sora, Titan, he Tabane, citizens on the Karen and Lugres.
And also, since we are somehow have so much self-attachment, and because of that we really concentrate for one's own benefit, and that way we just do suffer more. For example, like when you have headache, then instantly you think, oh, how I can get rid of my headache, or even you have the stomach ache, and then you only think, oh, how I can get rid of my stomach ache, and then just wondering how I can just make more wealth or money, and in a way just that concentrating for one's own benefit.
The wrong
so how that oneself, that which we don't like all these kind of things, similar like that, all other sentient beings also have same kind of thoughts. So oneself as a condition, whatever pain or suffering one have, and based on that, if one think, even including all sentient beings, they may also not have this kind of suffering, then that way it is just more beneficial.
Samba Chimbuji generation to carry drum now, Drujonji got a Remroji got a Carisheno, Samba Jachimbo and Richard Pazona, Tanto Jachimbo, so young years.
So whatever that purification or just pujas and practices, whatever we do, if we have a much more broader mind or just greater mind, then according to that, we can also just receive the fruition in a greater state. So if we only just think for oneself, then the benefit is also just tiny, not big. So now that today have teachings on the Ngondro and Thalung, so the Dzogchen first year and second years, you guys can live for your practice. Supplication prayer to Guru Padmasambava. So it is just because that Guru Padmasambava is the manifestation of all the powers and wisdoms of all the past, present, future Buddha. So that is why it is just very beneficial and also has lots of blessing and power. So in this way, just doing these prayers relating with the Guru Yoga, that the essence is one's root Guru, but it appears in form of Guru Padmasambava, and then repeating these prayers just over and over. It is just important.
Oh yeah, that now here our home changes.
So anyhow, today that weather is not so good, but still you have your own practices. And also take care of your health and bodies.
Okay.
So now today that the first year, the Dzogchen Tegel practitioners, you stay and rest. All practitioners can just go away to your places.